What is good, Cardano fam, Ada gang? We have so many exciting updates today, so hit that subscribe, hit that like. Nike says, heard you were trying to clone my pig. What a hilarious picture of Charles. The Cardano community always makes me laugh, and I love it. And Nike is a hilarious, naturally incubated, culture-rich project. And Charles said, I just got a strange offer to clone Nike for a large sum of money. I told them no. No matter how much offered, I'll never sell or clone Nike. He's a good, unique, non-transferable pig. And I saw the replies. He said the offer was in the six figures. I agree, he's a good pig. And now we know he's non-transferable. So it's hilarious to see the meme coin potential on Cardano. We're just getting started. But also that with Steve O recently, even others are defining Cardano exactly how we've been for months, of the safe and reliable, the DDoS resistant, solving the blockchain trilemma. All of this, whether it's Nike or whether it's like the secure, robust chain that Cardano is, defines our product market fit, our narrative, our qualitative marketing, if you will. Tap Tools, speaking of Nike, Nike's number one for top Cardano tokens by volume, 30 days. So again, many of these projects are chilling. Nike right now is around 7 million. It's kind of been normalizing, and I think there's going to be massive upside potential to many of these high quality projects. In particular, I really like Nike, Snack, and World Mobile Token, I think is still very underrated. Adaverse News says, Justin, ADA DEX trading volume surpasses 80 million ADA this week. And Cardano Yoda, there's a lot of bullishness around Emergo. Sheldon Hunt, head of the Cardano ecosystem in Emergo, is bullish and revealed what we can expect. Considering the activities of the last 6 months, I feel that Emergo is becoming more active, and that's good. Let's see. So this optimism from Cardano Yoda is great. Sheldon says, I've never been this bullish on Cardano. The amount of things happening, it's wild. Some quick highlights on what to expect over the next 6 months. More stablecoins, more VC integration, more incubation programs, more major partnerships, and more community governance. And so it's great to hear that positivity and a lot of people getting behind that tweet. So it's great to see Cardano Yoda being optimistic, but also hearing it from Sheldon. Why not? Melon surprising us with more UX upgrades, working on a little swap routing visualization inspired by Jupyter. And I love that. I love that, getting inspired by other platforms, right? You don't need to reinvent the wheel. And in UX, there's a lot to learn by doing competitive benchmarks and emulating what's good, what doesn't work. And it looks like it's already, like we see here, new routing flow display featured. And this is great. So a new routing flow showing like the different dexes going from A to B, kind of the journey map. I really like that. I love these improvements being made to the aggregators and the dexes. And so very good stuff. Highly recommend you guys follow everyone in this video. USDA. USDA is back. So I didn't know a whole lot about USDA. I mean, know about USDM, and my favorite stable coins are like USDC, USDT, albeit in Canada, they kind of cracked down on USDT. USDA is back, and Emergo says the USDA stablecoin is back on track for launch under Encryptus Global with Emergo's support as the technology provider. So there's been some changes going on under new ownership. So let's take a look at the original post, shall we? The original post here says, Emergo is thrilled to announce that the launch of Anzin's USDA will resume under well-known crypto team Encryptus, with Emergo supporting as a technology provider. So we'll see what happens with this. Obviously, people have very mixed feelings about stablecoins, different ones, the use of them. For me, I think that it's good to bring in stablecoins. There's always going to be a need, and it will blossom DeFi ecosystems. And whether that stablecoin is like it glues to people and it sticks and they enjoy using it, let them be the judge of that in the public court, the public DAO. This one, take it with a grain of salt, but I think it's cool. I saw this by a project saying like Coin Rodent, and it looks like they're working on a simple listing site, something almost like kind of CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap-esque. So it says there are sites like this for all blockchains, although none of them support Cardano unless it's not CoinGecko or CMC. So there's a lot of stuff, right? Coin Paprika, Coin this, Coin that. There's many of these. Coin Rodent will have an upvote feature where communities can engage once every 24 hours. So I will monitor this to see. I'm following them to see if they come up with something cool. Why not? It's always welcome to see builders create different stuff. And Cardano is a project that like the developers are just every day. I just see crazy updates. It's great. It's not just paper launches, it's like actionable plans. Now, before we jump into this hilarious post Ada Whale is responding to, again, let's revisit a great post by Lucid. 1,000 Hydra heads is all Cardano needs to be the fastest blockchain and payment processor on Earth. Cardano already has over 3,000 SBOs, and they all could easily run Hydra. Also, Hydra uses real ADA to transact, so it will be a completely seamless experience. 1,000 TPS per head. Guys, like, we're seeing this quote unquote, we saw yesterday, paraphrasing, infinite scalability, infinitely scaling. So I don't want to be like ultra, like, wow, we're going to go to the millions of transactions per second. But the way we're moving, guys, like, I am super, super stoked. And I think that we're going to have an insane breakout. We are in the Black Friday special, and this is going to probably go on for weeks and months. But I think that I'm going to keep watching, keep scooping up. We'll come back to price. But to finish up here, Ada Whale says, yes, we know. And Coinfession says, I was approached about 2 years ago by an online agent to spread FUD about a specific token that has a very vocal fan base. I get paid to write negative things along with some other users on X. People think the specific FUD is organic. It's not. And I mean, right, the token's not mentioned, and it could be anything. And at the end of the day, FUD will always be there, right? It will always be there. You can't get rid of FUD. But it's interesting that people will go out of their way to bring other projects down, as we saw with the DDoS. But the beautiful thing, guys, was that failed DDoS attempt actually helped with marketing and was a great, beautiful use case of the resilience of the network that was able to just slam that down. So, I mean, we see a post here under unrelated, random. We see here there's literally no way ADA finishes the cycle in the top 20. And I mean, it's number 11, right? Number 11, number 10. Number 11 on CoinGecko. So at the end of the day, justice takes time, and like good projects take time. And I see like, bro, 6 of these like stupid influencer token projects are already like minus 90%. They're so transient. They like 1 week. It's like a 1 week narrative. So it's important to have conviction in projects that you believe in. I believe in ADA, not just in terms of like philosophy and branding and all that stuff that it does well, but it also has the tech to support it. And I think that it's a beautiful medley coming together of like qualitative design, beautiful marketing, beautiful like charismatic leadership, but also the technology to support it, more than just like a fancy graphic, more than just a fancy statement of TPS or, insert buzzword here. So let's finish off with Cardano pricing, what's to expect going into the end of Q4. Let me know what you guys think. If you haven't hit that sub, smash that sub. Like 90% of people are unsubscribed, so it helps a lot with the channel. Really appreciate it. We're going to be closing in hopefully on 5K subs by the end of July. You guys are killing it, and I appreciate your guys' support. The pricing, guys, as you guys know, I continue to accumulate within the ranges of 2.4 to 39 cent. My last buy was literally around this price. If I come to the 1 month, we can see how, we plunged down to like 32 cent. And we may still go down to the 29 cent, 28 cent. We may not be out of this completely, but it's kind of foolish to think that we would go even lower. And the reason for that is a bunch of reasons. Taking a look at mining hash rate. Mining hash rate's a good bottom signal indicator. As we saw with Google Trends, there's still 80% to the upside to have Bitcoin searched 80% more globally compared to May 2021. So everything is really rhyming with the previous cycle. Previous cycle, we had the May halving, we had the election coming up, we had the pump going up here. Cardano was rallying slowly, Bitcoin was rallying. We then had the inception of meme coins, DeFi meme coins. Shortly after, we had SafeMoon. Shortly after, we had new peaks for alt season. Towards the end, we had the Alonzo hard fork, I believe, and we had the smart contract Sunday swap. We were going crazy towards fall. Then going into 2022, we had the NFT run. Some projects were also running as well. I saw some altcoins that were like running with like Bitcoin, then alt tops, then Cardano top, then NFT. And then we have this, massive capitulation. So it's kind of foolish to think that we would go like to levels before inflation, right? There's too much capital sitting around. There's different factors to put in, but the cycles are the same. The narratives just fit them. It's just the same cycles. It's the same emotions. It's the same human novelty. And so I'm just going to continue to watch, not lump sum all at once, because like I like to just put a little bit in, watch, put a little bit in, watch, and I'll continue to do this. And I believe that we're going to have a moment probably by the end of Q4, going into autumn, elections coming up, people want to spend more, Christmas season's coming up, people are going more homesy in their home. They're even unaware of their own subconscious, how it's working for or against them. So this is the key, guys. Think philosophy, think trajectory, think, narratives, not like daily charts. Especially sometimes it's really cringe when we see like people do like TA on like an influencer token. Like it makes no sense, right? Who does TA on an influencer token? But people like to resonate responsibility and like doing research. So they'll be like, oh, he drew a line, I'm gonna buy it, right? People just want to always find the easiest way, and fawful. If you find the easiest way, it's usually gonna end up getting you screwed over. So I think that Cardano will surpass its previous all-time high. Some people say we'll pass through $10. It can do it. It can do it. I try to be very conservative with my price predictions because all it takes at the bull run peaks is just the whales will start dumping and then it just goes right back into the slump. So I think that like it's reasonable to expect like $4 at least. I think it will go to $4. When exactly? I think that the momentum will build up into Q4 and probably into winter and spring we'll see a repetition of what we saw. But it may be a little bit later. Historically, altcoins like Cardano, XRP, so on, take very late to pop up. And that's what kind of misleads people. They still think they're in the bull. They still think there's more legway upside. But it's important to always remember that it always goes in this manner of having FUD, a few nonsense events happening, name them however you want. They're all the same. And then you have just like Bitcoin running up, alt season, and then like the Final Flash NFT season. Final Flash NFT season was this January hype, which was like an abundance of like fractionalized NFT projects, all that stuff on OpenSea. So it really, to me, guys, it's copy pasta of what happened in 2020. But let me know what you guys think. Is it reasonable to think that Cardano will surpass its previous all-time high? Is it too bearish? Do you guys think like $10, $20? What are your price predictions or expectations for Cardano? And were you surprised about Steve-O? Like, them talking about Cardano and games and stuff. It's exciting, guys. People are talking about ADA. Don't focus on like one goblin on Twitter. It doesn't represent the true consensus. Trust Google Trends, trust intuition, trust your conviction in projects, and simply look at the celebrities and the big names who are keeping it in the vocabulary now. It's not like they're talking about it right here at like $4 or $5. So I'm gonna keep scooping up some bags. I'll see you guys in the next Angry Crypto Show.